The first key essential are host plants. Host plants are plants that the adult butterflies lay their eggs on, and they won't just lay their eggs on any plant. It has to be a specific type. And each different type of butterfly has a specific host plant, so you got to do a little bit of research. But the host plants are necessary to create a colony or a butterfly habitat or a butterfly scape or a wildlife garden in your backyard, because that's what keeps the whole butterfly life cycle going. When you identify what the host plants are for your native butterflies, you want to make sure you purchase native varieties to plant in your garden or to grow from seed. Those are the ones that are perfectly designed to give the perfect nutrition to the caterpillars that will soon be munching on the leaves of these plants in your garden. And then when deciding on where to put your host plants in your garden, arranging them in little clusters of 4 or 5 is a good idea for smaller plants. Now, if it's a tree or a shrub, 1 is enough. Then, once you have your host plants planted in your garden, you want to surround them with some neutral plants. These are plants that provide shelter, to provide space for the caterpillars to crawl onto to molt, and a place for them to pupate that is away from their host plant, but yet not a nectar plant that's bringing in pollinators. Then it's important to include your nectar plants. These are the glorious, beautiful flowers that will bring the adult butterflies in for the delicious nectar they provide. It's fabulous to use a combination of native and exotic plants. Some of the most popular plants in my garden are Mexican sunflowers, Zinnias, starry rosinweed, heirloom Pentas, cone flowers, swamp milkweed flowers. And y'all are not gonna wanna hear this one, but to have a habitat designed with butterflies in mind, you have to have all of the players in the community, including the predators like wasps and even the dreaded jagged ambush bug, and the aphids too, because they all play a part in the life cycle. You have to have a balanced community to have a well-run ecosystem. And I'll be the first one to tell you, it is not easy letting those bad guys into your garden, but they're an essential part of the whole food web. And I'm telling you, balance is everything. It's crucial. It's crucial in the natural world, and it's crucial if you're trying to create a miniature natural world in your backyard garden. The purpose of creating a butterfly garden is to have all of the components so the entire life cycle can occur over and over again. And you'll always have butterflies in your garden if you maintain it. It's a beautiful thing. And it creates a space for them to live and thrive when there's more and more building going on in the world, and more warehouses and storage facility buildings and housing developments going in. We can use the spaces in our backyard to give a little bit of habitat back and put some more space back on this planet for these beautiful creatures to thrive and survive, and to bring us joy and to make people smile. And that wraps up this section about the components of a butterfly garden, the essential components, the essential plants, the pieces, the parts that you need to make it all work together. Now we're gonna go play. Look, there's the spice bush swallowtail. This beautiful butterfly has been visiting my garden every day now, and every time I see it, it's a little bit more faded. It's a male too, so I'm not gonna get any eggs, But maybe one day, maybe he'll find a female friend and invite her over to my garden. This walkway here that cuts through my nectar garden was like all overgrown and weedy. So I did pull a lot of the weeds and I moved a few plants around. Like I have, you know, why plant things in the pot when you can just set a pot of planted things on top of the pot? So there's a whole cluster of zinnias in there. And then look what I put over here. I had this little section in here that was kind of like nothing. And so I put a little stand and I put in a sweet scent. Now this is a plant that is just now blooming. It's a water loving plant, so I make sure I water it regularly. Actually, I'm going to get one of those little bowls and put it under this plant. But look how pretty. Like when its buds first come up, they're white, but then they look like this purpley. And it's just a nice little nectar plant to add to your garden. And I also moved my coneflowers around a little bit. My members got to see this in their video yesterday, but I put a little riser in there for them because they were kind of getting overshadowed by everything that's tall. And then I added a few more swamp milkweeds that are getting ready to bloom. And my salvia that I bought from Romance Gardens is blooming again. Remember it fell over and my dog stepped on it and broke off the flower? Well, look how pretty. And my butterfly pea blooms are absolutely spectacular. Look at how gorgeous they are. I love their color. I don't know that there are many other plants that get this shade of blue. They're gorgeous. And you guys, my border grass, liriope, is blooming and it's just so pretty. All along the edge of my wildflower garden are the little tufts of purple. I just love it. We have also got a lot of dragonflies out and about, which is fabulous because after those few rains we had, the mosquitoes, we had this burst of mosquitoes that's not normal for our yard. But now these guys are here and like I'm seeing lots of them. Like the mosquitoes put out the word of their presence and the predators came. So yay, dragonflies. And even though the flowers are blooming and I'm finding caterpillars and I'm seeing butterflies, the numbers still aren't near what they have been in the past. It used to be that just standing here, they'd be swooping back and forth all around me. So it's still kind of disappointing, but I'm still holding on hope that since everybody kind of came late this year, oh, there's Mr. Black Snake. Did you see him? You see his little tail? He just went into the wetland garden. I'm hoping that maybe it's going to start picking up once all these caterpillars, these giant swallowtails and the polydamas become butterflies and I release them. Maybe that'll make the difference. You guys, look at my sweet baby polydamas caterpillars. They are growing like weeds. Like I will look at them in the morning and in the evening they're bigger. They are so cute. I've got 5 of them, and that's about all I can take, because when they get bigger, they will be eating like crazy. So I have to, what do you call when you ration? I have to ration out my pipe vine. And there's still caterpillars out in the garden too. Let's go see them. We're on our way to see the polydamas caterpillars outside, but look at this zinnia. This is one from that berry pack. We had to stop and see it. It is gorgeous. All right, here's my outside trellised pipe vine. Look, they're just out and ready to be filmed. Look, there's 2 more over here. No, there's 3. Look at them all. They're all 3 together on one little stem. That is just the cutest thing. You can see all their little frass or caterpillar poop being collected in the leaf. What are they, just sharing that one little stem? That's incredible. I love them. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've got to go in and get this uploaded. My husband is off today, and we are going to wander around IKEA, because that's what we do for fun. IKEA or TJ Maxx, you know, it's the simple things in life, like hanging out in your garden all day. So remember to tap the like button and join the milkweed crew. The link is right below in the pinned comment. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. A lot of viewers haven't subscribed, and I haven't looked yet today, but I'm really close to 3,000 subscribers if I haven't hit it already. So be those people that get me over 3,000. And I'll see you guys in the next video.